It's America's Stupidest Podcast. Think NPR for Dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast. Over to you, dummy.
To the McGonigal Podcast, America's Stupidest Podcast. Meet the press for stupid people. We're back. We can't get canceled. NPR is getting defunded. Stephen Colbert is getting canceled. We keep coming. We won't go away. We won't. I'm trying to make it get us canceled, but nobody will cancel us. I keep showing up. But now we're happy to be here. We're happy to be here tonight. So September 15, 2025, as we do this live. Great panel tonight. On my right, he was here before. Old school comic, Mike Clemens is here. Mike, thanks for coming. Nice.
Thanks for having me, Ed.
On my left, the man who's been here twice before, another one of my favorite comics, Andy Nolan is here. Andy, thanks for coming out. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now, there have been a couple times on this podcast where Jim has criticized, the comics were too young. They didn't get the podcast. That's no problem tonight. There's going to be no complaining tonight about the comics being too young. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee that there is no youth problem tonight. That will not be a problem. Also today, as we're recording this, it's the 60th birthday of John Kensel. Nobody thought he would make it to 60. Nobody thought Kensel would make it to 60, but I think he's out putting 60 stink bombs all over his neighborhood to commemorate his 60th birthday. So a toast to John Kensel for his 60th birthday. I'll join him myself in a couple of weeks for his 60th birthday.
I'm picturing him at a table with a birthday cake and a bunch of puppets sitting around the table.
Oh, absolutely. I'm mad that the puppets didn't get him a better present. Absolutely. Well, before we were talking about before we started, we were talking about how we're getting a little bit older. How do you guys feel about getting a little bit older? I was going to start with that topic. I think you might need to get a little bit closer. How do you feel about that? You guys, how do you feel about getting older?
We were saying I don't feel old. I'll be 65 in January. I certainly don't feel old. I mean, physically, I'm getting a little more broken, but mentally, I still feel young. And it's funny because I'll be hanging out with younger people, and I'm thinking I'm one of them. And then,
I know.
I look in the mirror, and it's like, oh shit!
I go to
older than their father.
I go to open mics, and I forget how old I am. Like there was this older woman who went up. And I went up, and then she went up, and then she said, "Oh, I guess you put all the older guys up first." I was forgetting I was old. She was talking about me. I forget that I'm old. Yeah. I mean, then like Andy said, you look in the mirror, and it comes back to you. It goes back to you being old. How about you, Mike? How do you feel about getting older, Mike?
70's bother. I'll be 70 next month. And this is the first time in my life I've ever thought about age.
Okay. Is Mike okay in that microphone, Jim? Is he okay? You hear him? Okay. Yeah, this is the first time in your life. I mean, I never really thought about it either. When I was a kid, if I'd have thought about 60 or 65, I'd have thought about, man, hey, it's the one that are out of the house. I can't believe they're standing up straight. And here I am, 60. And I don't know. I feel the same. I don't feel any different than I did when I was younger.
My dad died at 65.
Wow.
And it doesn't bother me. I think I'm going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, my memory's not like it used to be. My reflexes aren't the same as they used to be, but otherwise I feel like I'm young.
I feel good. I mean, and if I lose a memory, I was never that bright. So do I care. I ain't losing that much.
My dad died at 62.
Wow.
And, at his retirement party, he said, I just want 10 good years. Right?
How many?
He got 10 months.
10 months. My father only got 3 years. Yeah. Wow. It does suck. It does suck. But I don't know. I feel.
But remember when we were kids, you would see a 60-year-old guy and go, holy shit, he's old.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, but what are they doing out of the house? How come nobody lying on a couch somewhere?
This guy walking.
Exactly. 60. Holy moly. But you got 1 foot in the grave when you're 60. I thought that for sure. Because my father didn't retire till he was 66 or something. Yeah, about 66. So he was in good shape when he was 60. But 69, but he died of Irish fever. So we won't get into that. But getting older, I don't know.
Talk about how you feel. My dad, like I said, he hung with us young folks. He came to all our parties, came out to the bar. He used to had a place in Sea Isle for a while, and he would go down there. And I remember I went down. He would go down by himself.
Wow.
Hang out for the week. And I remember walking down the street to Sea Isle, and I hear like, "Hey, Danny boy," and I'm like, "Who's that?" The bartender at the Springfield. And a little bit further, "Hey, Danny, who's that?" "That's the bartender at the OG." And we drove out to the Duville one time, and the bartender comes by and he sort of nods his head and keeps going. And I'm like, "What an asshole! He's ignoring us." He comes back, he puts a beer and a shot in front of my dad and said, "I ordered your oysters." That's how well he knew my dad. Yeah.
Well, my dad was bartending his whole life. He bartending on the side. So he was always out in the bars with the young guys. Absolutely. Yeah. He was hanging with the young. He belonged to that one of those AOHs, you know, that ancient order. He was always hanging with the young guys, and again, he died of Irish fever, so that's probably why.
Didn't they name an AOH after your dad?
They did. I don't know if his name is still on. His name was on it for a while. I'm not sure if his name is still on the side of the building or not. I haven't driven by it in a while. After he died, they put his name on the
I think I saw your dad's name on a plaque on that building.
Oh yeah, inside there's a plaque, but his name was actually on the outside of the building for a while. It might not be anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he went downhill. But so you guys are both retired. So do you like being retired? Do you guys like being?
I've been retired a long time.
Are you?
I love it.
You guys, are you guys banging widows? Is that how it works? Are you banging any widows? Remember on the Rockford Files? Remember Rockford's dad, Rocky? He always had some little widow on the side. That's what I figured retirement would be like. You'd be like Rocky and have some widow you're banging on the side.
Well, Amy's married.
Yeah,
right.
Well, listen.
So
I think about Rocky gets a widow.
I have a girl that I've been seeing for 11 years, and no, I'm not banging widows.
I thought banging widows is a big part of it. Well, that to me, I said this before. I think that's why they invented pickleball, so guys can bang vulnerable widows. I'm pretty sure that's the whole point of pickleball. That's why it was invented. I'm not positive, but I'm almost positive.
How can we
bang more widows?
Died tragically.
We got to invent something.
We get a ball and some paddles. We annoy the shit out of some people, and we bang some widows.
I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head the rest of the night. Banging widows.
I thank God after my dad died, my mother lived another 8 years. She never had a boyfriend because I would have shot myself if she had some boyfriend coming around the house, some old man, dirty old man. Thank your mom never did either, right?
No.
Oh God, thank God.
My dad died at 65. My mom lived till 96.
Did she ever have a guy?
No.
Okay.
No, she had plenty of interest, especially when she got into the assisted living facility. Those guys were
those horny old men.
Dogs,
have you heard about the outbreak of STDs in those places?
What's the place in Florida? The Villages? Do you ever hear about this place?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like it's a giant, like really giant community.
Right.
And there's big outbreaks of STDs.
Oh yeah, all those old places, all those retirement homes are like that. All of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's brutal. That's what I'm saying about it. I thought retirement was banging widows. That's why I said that.
I guess they go, fuck the bingo. Let's just get nude.
They're all like Rocky. They're all like Rocky on the Rockford Files. That's all it is. That's the title of tonight's episode. Banging widows.
Your mom telling you when you're a teenager about condoms till later on, like, Mom, I want to talk to you about condoms.
How great would that be if you had to have a talk with your 90-year-old mom about condoms? That would be hilarious. We didn't have those.
Golf carts, the widow banger.
I thought for sure that was retirement. Well, what's the best part of it though, Mike? In your opinion, the best part.
The best part is not having to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
But you still get up early, though, right?
I get up early, but not that early.
But it's different getting up when you don't have to. Even if you wake up, it's different. The alarm clock isn't going off.
That's the key. Is not having to do something.
Exactly.
I'm staying busy. I got all kinds of shit to do around the house out, but it's like I don't have to. That's the thing.
But even if you wake up, it's different than getting jarred awake with an alarm. That alarm clock is the worst.
Start rush immediately. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah.
You can get up, you can lay there, you can get a casual cup of coffee, right?
You can have 2 cups of coffee.
There you go, 2 cups of coffee.
A fucking pot of coffee.
But I can just imagine. I don't think I'll probably never retire. I'll be working in the McDonald's in keel over when I'm 75. I'll be laying in the French fries, face for. I'll never retire. I know it. I just have a feeling I'm never going to retire. I'm just always going to be.
People that don't. Maybe if you truly love what you're doing and having fun with it, but I wasn't doing that near the end. So.
No, I won't be having fun with it. I'm just. The only way I'll retire is if I get to the point where nobody will hire me. And then I said, well, I guess I'm retired. But it won't be. It probably won't be. I can't see me, counting down the days to retirement. It's going to be, I get forced out of the workplace. I'll never retire voluntarily. I don't think.
Yeah, well, I drink beer and I fish. That's all you
Drink
need.
beer and I fish. You sound like somebody from Mayberry. I drink beer and I fish.
That is one of the downsides, though, is that when you're retired, everybody knows you're free. So it's like, I need help moving. It's like, I got to work. Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you get
Right.
So do you I'm thinking retirement. You must spend a lot of time at Dunkin' Donuts.
No.
No Dunkin' Donuts?
No way.
No Dunkin', really? No,
No.
how about
Dunkin' Donuts are depressing to me. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I go all the time. I'm a depressing person, obviously. But
I feel like it's an AA hangout.
you know what? I think it is for a lot of people. But I notice it, at least in my neighborhood, there are a lot of young people hanging in there. But again, that's that stupid neighborhood I live in.
No widows.
There's no widows to bang.
Nobody to bang.
Well, is there any where you live? You said you live out in Abington.
Abington,
Is the Dunkin' Donuts sketchy, or do you feel safe going in there? Or?
Oh, I feel safe going in
Yeah,
there.
to me, but the Dunkin' Donuts in my neighborhood, if you go in the morning, in the afternoon, it's kids, it's teenagers. I don't feel that safe going in there. It's all teenagers hanging on the Dunkin' Donuts.
The one at the Cotman and Rising Sun, that's where the 8 school kids got
Oh
shot.
yeah. Oh,
Right
absolutely, right outside the Dunkin'
Donuts.
Donuts. Yeah, well, I used to stand in that corner 40 years ago, waiting for a bus going to work, but right on that corner. But yeah, that's right. It's right in front of the Dunkin' Donuts. But the thing about Dunkin' Donuts is too, they'll open in any neighborhood. They don't care. It doesn't matter how much crime there is. I've always said, if you're looking for a Dunkin' Donuts, look for the yellow police tape. Nobody Dunkin' Donuts right next door to it. Because I think they opened the 3 of them in the Gaza Strip. I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that a stereotype of cops? Aren't they supposed to have you hanging out in the donut
Yeah,
place?
I never see them. That even though they're right, that's the stereotype. I've never.
They're not getting free coffee in any Dunkin' Donuts. That's why you don't see a cop there.
I actually learned why that happened. So they used to keep the Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts was the only thing that was open late at night.
Oh, okay.
So the cops would come
Well, that makes sense.
and hang out and all that stuff.
But
And
now
that's
they're
where
not
the joke.
open. Now
I
they're
just
not-
read it like 3 days ago.
But now they're not open late at night anymore. They all closed because it's like everything else. I mean, maybe the drive-thru's open, but the
Yeah,
store
they
itself,
don't
it's
even
like-
have fresh donut. They don't make the donuts on premise anymore.
They get 'em
They all
delivered in?
get delivered in from another.
But nothing's open anymore in Philadelphia 24 hours, right? No Wawa's, nothing is open 24 hours anymore.
Jim, you know a lot about Dunkin' Donuts.
I just seen something the other day about. It's the only reason why I know.
Philadelphia, I mean, the Mayfair Diner, the famous Mayfair Diner near my house, they close at 5 o'clock at night.
No shit.
That's unbelievable to me.
Really?
The Mayfair Diner
5
would close
o'clock.
at 5 o'clock at night. That's how bad the neighborhood's gotten. The Mayfair Diner used to be 20.
That's not even finishing up. dinner
Exactly.
time, you know.
Like, I don't know if you know the dining car, which is a little further north on Frankfurt Avenue. You know what the dining car is? Over there by the Academy. They close at 9, but the Mayfair Diner closes at, which if you'd have told people that back in the 70s, they would have fainted.
5 o'clock, you're halfway through your meeting,
Exactly.
and they're
It's-
saying, "Get the fuck out."
It's sick. Nobody would have believed that back in the day.
Even us old folks.
It was-
eat after 5.
It was 24 hours a day. It was always 24. That's sick that the Mayfair Diner would be closed.
Wow.
The whole neighborhood is all different. That my parents wouldn't recognize the whole neighborhood. But how about this? Do you get, now that you're older, do you get advertisements for prepaid funerals? Do you get those
What,
in the
are you
mail?
kidding?
Constantly, right?
Yeah.
You get those?
Yeah.
You get,
Oh, yeah.
I did mine. I did
And
it.
life
Oh, did you?
insurance. Life insurance out the
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. I did a prepaid funeral. Did you take care of your funeral arrangements yet or anything?
No.
Yeah, I did mine. I mean, I figured you sort of have to.
Are you getting cremated?
I'm getting cremated, but I'm having a funeral mass. No viewing, but I'm having a mass and a cremation. I figured I didn't need.
Can I come?
If you outlive me, Andy, anybody's. Well, I
plan to.
always say that it's going to be the priest and the organ player. Nobody else is going to be there. That's all it's going to be at my funeral.
Is there
Nobody.
going to be a lunch afterwards, or
I didn't pay for one, so
maybe Dunkin' Donuts?
Really? I'm sure Ken's.
if you guys want to go to the Mayfair Diner, it should be open. It'll be morning time, so they'll still be open. But cancel. He'll put a stink bomb in the church, probably. That'd be my luck. He'll outlive me.
I just saw where it's coming. I think it's coming to Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Is composting your body.
Wow,
So
composting
I
your
just saw
body.
that
No
today.
kidding.
Yeah, so you actually get put in the ground as you are and decompose.
Wow. Now I'm
Yeah.
going to get quick, but I'm surprised you haven't made arrangements. Mike, you haven't even thought about it?
I'm fucking thinking about it now because of you. I'll tell you that right
I'm
now.
10 years younger. I did it 2 or 3 years ago. I was still in my late 50s.
I'll get on it as
Probably
soon
a
as
good
I get
idea.
out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, you just, I mean, what's going to, God forbid you, then somebody has to scramble around and make arrangements. I didn't want to picture my cousins passing a hat around trying to find, but they wouldn't have. They'd have thrown my body in Pennypack Creek.
Me feel terrible.
Do you actually have the paperwork that says like a living will or something that says this is what I want?
I have a will. I got a will made out, and I don't have a living will. You mean like if you own life support or something? Yeah. I didn't get that done, but I made a will out, and I got paid for my funeral. And everything's all set. It just had to cremate me and throw me and put the urn in the ground, and that'll be it.
Oh, the urn goes in the ground.
Well, it can. It's up to you. But I paid for it.
What's the Catholic Church thing on cremation?
Now they allow it. They didn't used to.
But does party you have to go in the ground or what?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But they allow cremation now because I asked the guy the funeral director. Yeah. I said, what about the Catholic Church? And he said, yeah, it's allowed now. So I'm going to get cremated and have a Catholic mass and bon voyage.
Yeah, I don't want to be buried.
That'll be my big closure.
I just saw a thing, it was in the Inquirer, I think over the weekend, about a guy who takes your ashes and makes pottery out of it, mixes it with something else and makes pottery, and you can have like a thing with the actual ashes in it.
I don't know if you guys remember Mike Staggerwitz. He was a Philadelphia comic. He used to have a great joke about he wants to be cremated and have his ashes blown in the faces of all his enemies. It was a great joke.
Yeah.
like the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Oh, when it blows back in his face and he says, is everything a fucking travesty with you?
He starts talking about Vietnam.
That was the greatest scene. And when it blows in Jeff Bridges' face, that was the greatest. But what was that? I was just good. Oh, as far as getting buried, my grandfather bought a huge plot in 1929. And there's still space in there, and I have the deed. So that's where I'm going.
No shit.
Oh, yeah. Where?
St. Dominic's funeral.
Okay.
I got to show you this. With my grandfather's signature from 1929. It looks like the Magna Carta, this old piece of paper I have. The fucking deed to St. Dominic's.
What cemetery is that?
St. Dominic's up on Frankfurt Avenue. My parents were there. My grandparents. Frankfurt and Pennypack Street. But a little north of Rowan.
Okay.
A little bit north of Rowan. St. Dominic's Church, and then there's the cemetery. So I figured I had the deed, so I won't have to pay for a plot. And I called St. Dominic's. I said, how much room is left? And they told me, well, you got one casket, and like seven cremation things can go in there. And I said, well, I'm going there. I got the deed.
Wow.
Yeah, so that saved me some money. That saved me some money.
Well, they got to open that up, and there's
charging me for opening the grave.
All that shit up.
They're charging me for opening the grave.
I'll do it for you for free. I'll just go up there at nighttime with a flashlight and a shovel. And
that would be great.
There you go.
Mike and the gang. But so I took care of all that, and I got a cousin a second cousin who I don't even know who's supposed to be my executor. Because my cousin said, well, have my son. He's smart. I said, I guess. I don't know who to have. Who the hell do I have my executor? I wasn't going to cancel have clowns on unicycles at the fucking funeral. Cancel was my executor. Him and Wid. But so I'm going to do it that way. Nice. But I highly recommend getting all that stuff done. And then it's a load off your mind, and then you ain't got to worry about it. That's now when if I die on stage or I die hopefully at a massage parlor face down, that'd be awesome. They'll just take my body, and they got all the plans.
Well, I'm looking forward to that in a couple of years.
It could be any time now, Andy. It could be any time. I just hope it's quick. I don't want to be laying around a nursing home. I used to visit my aunts in a nursing home. You ever go to a nursing home and visit somebody? Is there anything worse than that?
No.
I was in there visiting my aunts, and I said, shoot me before it comes to this. Yeah. You got to be kidding. Take me out. I do not want to be in some nursing home. Good Lord. So let's get off this exciting topic.
This is depressing.
This is exciting.
I'm thinking about
bringing the old guy. I'm talking about donuts and widows and
widow bangers. And maybe at my funeral there'll be a couple of widows you can bang. Right there you go. Hopefully. A friend of mine went to the Eagles game last week, and he was telling me that at the parking lots controlled by the Eagles, $60 to park your car.
Holy shit!
Oh my gosh!
That there's other parking lots that along down there that aren't controlled by the Eagles, and they're $40. Like that, the $40 is a discount. But would you ever pay $60 to park your car anywhere?
That's for everybody. I mean,
that's
season ticket holders.
That's what my friend was telling me. I mean, I haven't been to an Eagles game in 35 years, so I don't know. But I mean, you were here last week, right, Jimmy? That's what he was telling us. No, I was like, wow. Can you imagine? I'm telling your father you got to pay $60. What can you imagine the look on his face?
$60.
Oh, I know.
My father would have had a
For
stroke.
parking, not for the ticket. For
Yeah,
parking.
my father didn't want to go to Phillies games back in the 70s because he thought it was a ripoff with the parking and the beer and everything. If he went down there now,
if my dad was still around today, he'd be freaking out over bottled water, paying for TV.
Please,
are you out of your fucking mind?
Please,
there's the tap.
Well, I'm getting just the same way. Like I keep when I finish a bottle of water, I keep it, I fill it up at the tap, and I keep it in the refrigerator. I do a lot of that. I'm a cheap ass. I'll agree with that. But $60 to park your car.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. And then, like you said, I think I heard beers were like $18 or something now at the.
Yeah, I did hear something.
But that's a 24-ounce beer.
Okay.
But I mean,
but after 7 or 8 of them, you're starting to get poor.
You're talking about real money. I don't know how people go to these games, and I love the Phillies. I can't go down there; it's too expensive. How do you go to these games?
Say your mom, dad, a couple kids.
Yeah.
What are you talking? $1,000?
You're probably talking. You might be talking $200 on a night. Can you imagine? My father would have had a stroke.
$60 for park is outrageous.
Would have had a stroke.
And you do all that, and then they said, "Oh, by the way, we added 5 male cheerleaders."
Oh yeah, at least
now it's worth
at least
the money.
now it's worth it. You get to cheer for the male cheerleaders. That's true. Thank God for that. But can you imagine that? Though? I mean, it's just that's unfathomable to people.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering. I guess concerts are the same thing. I haven't been to a concert in a few years. I guess the parking must be the same or similar for concerts. And the concerts are expensive too.
I just went to a Reading Phillies minor league game.
Right.
I didn't have to pay for parking, and my ticket. You saw my picture that I posted on the social media. I was right behind home plate.
And how much was the ticket?
And it was $14.
And parking lot is free.
And that was walking up like
the
last second.
Parking lot is free.
No, they had free parking in the stadium.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. In the stadium.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Yeah. Just inside the.
You're closer to the field. It's kind of fun. I've done a couple of them. I've done more of them than I have the Phillies.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
I don't have kids, but if I did, I would take them to one of those games. You know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm guessing
they don't know the difference. What's that?
Any widows?
Yeah. Did you bang any widows? You on a 7th inning stretch?
I was looking. I couldn't find any widows that night.
But I guess I used to love going to concerts. I guess the parking concerts must be outrageous too. And some of these concert tickets, if you try to get like Springsteen or somebody, you can't get a ticket. You had to go through the secondary market.
Was it the Who that was just here? Somebody was just here. I was going to go last second. It was $800.
800, and these guys are 80 years
on
old.
Ticketmaster.
These guys are 80 years old. 2 of the guys are dead, and they're charging that kind of money. You gotta be. People are out of their minds. Yeah. It's amazing. No wonder I stay home. Yeah. No wonder I'm a shut in. See, that's why Dunkin' Donuts is looking good. You get a reasonable cup of coffee and a donut for cheap price at Dunkin' Donuts. Good Lord. Good. My God, I used to like concerts. I ain't going any more concerts. Fuck that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Talking about the Eagles, did you read it? This goes back to a theme we were on. There was a report out last week, I know it was verified, that apparently Eagles fans have more STDs than any other fan base in football.
All right.
That's what I said.
Hey,
Eagles fans are celebrating. They're having Franklin and Coppin. They're celebrating. But does that surprise you that Eagles fans would have the most STDs?
How the fuck did they know that? Where does that come from?
That's what I'm saying. There was some report out on one of the podcasts, and then Crossing Broad. Everyone go to that site. Crossing, it's a local sports website. They reported on it, and it was a whole thing. But they were trying to debunk it. They were trying to prove it. You probably can't prove it. But would it surprise you if the Eagles fans had more?
I just figured you go to the doctor and it's like, all right, drop your pants and tell me who you root for.
I've never seen that on a you fill out this paperwork. Yeah, you an Eagles fan? Yeah.
Well, the Eagles fans wouldn't be mad about it. They would be getting together going HERPES, herpes. They wouldn't be mad about it. And then Sherelle Parker would misspell it. But but I mean that if it was true, it wouldn't surprise me they were Eagle fans. Yeah. Unless the Miami Dolphins, because Florida is wild, right? Florida's probably wild, so maybe they're fan. But I mean, it wouldn't. But the Eagles fans would not be ashamed of that. They would be proud if they had the most STDs. I promise you, they would be proud. They would absolutely be proud of that. I can guarantee it. But I saw that. I love that. Only Philadelphia would you hear about that. that you had the most STDs. And Philadelphia tailgate parties and nursing homes, apparently. A lot of old Eagles fans are banging widows and getting STDs. That seems to be, it all ties back in. A lot of STDs. But that is funny. Yeah. A lot of Eagles fans with STDs. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's
throwing
fun.
the rubbers at Santa Claus instead of strapping them on when they should be.
Speaking of throwing things, you see where the NFL is now the NFL fans are now copycatting the WNBA. This weekend there were a couple dildos thrown on the NFL fields. Like you heard about that.
I saw
the WNBA thing. I didn't see it.
It happened in the NFL over the last couple of weeks. There were a couple copycat dildo throwers. I don't get this whole thing of throwing dildos onto a sports field. What are you getting out of that? What are you getting out of throwing a dildo?
I don't know.
I don't get that. And the person who's most upset is
good dildo.
Yeah, the person who's most upset is John Kensel, and he didn't think of it. He didn't think of it going somewhere throwing a dildo. He can't believe he didn't think of it. But the thing about the WNBA was they're throwing. If there's anybody who doesn't need a dildo, who all stocked up on dildos, is WNBA players. I guarantee they have plenty of dildos. WNBA players, they don't need them, so you're wasting your. But I don't know.
Never have enough dildos.
Well, that's true. Maybe that might be a good point. They might not have enough.
An old girlfriend of mine had a neighbor that was crazy. This is going back some time, and the crazy neighbor lady was moving out. And she had to move out in a hurry. She was evicted, so a lot of her stuff was just outside, like in the trash. And the trash men come, grab like a broken suitcase to go to throw it in the truck. The suitcase pops open, and it was filled with
dildos. Nice.
And
she was putting them out in the trash.
The trash men had a ball, laughing their asses off,
sure they
because
did.
It was the suitcase falls open and there's 20 dildos.
Can you imagine the shit trash men must see? They must be all kind of shit. They must see everything.
Absolutely.
They must see. But here's the thing about being a trash man. I don't care when you go home at the end of the day how many times you shower. I'll bet you can't get that smell off you. I'll bet you you know that smell of a trash truck? It's probably all over.
The juice that comes out of the back of the trash truck.
You probably can't get that smell off. And those guys work hard. I'm not putting it, but you can't. How can you get that smell off you? I'm telling you, I bet you can't. I mean, and I don't knock anybody for working, but that's got to be rough.
Horrible job. I was behind a trash truck. I think it was Bridesburg or Fishtown or something. And I'm stuck in traffic with the bus, right? And the trash truck's right in front of me, and they're throwing the shit in. They do the thing, and it comes down, and whatever the thing hit just burst open, and it was some kind of liquid, and it was all in this guy's face.
Oh my God!
He immediately ripped his shirt off and started going like this. They're pouring bottles of water on his head, like brutal.
I wonder how many of those guys die young with different cancers.
I'm sure.
You got to be stuff in your lungs.
And then I'm going they should make these guys wear safety glasses and shit because like
those surgical, not the little mask we were wearing during COVID. Real surgical mask. I would get not those little cloth masks that did nothing during COVID. Real mask, and like you say, goggles. Yeah, that's got to be brutal. Yeah. And I'll bet you never get that smell off you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know.
They're probably Eagles fan. They've opened herpes sores. That's got to be nasty. Horrible.
And the retired trash guys, they come back, bringing their widows around, trying to impress them. I don't know, but I mean that's. But talking about the dildos, when I was Mike just fell over. Talking about dildos as we do, as we hear on the Prairie Home Companion. Talking about when I was delivering food, I used to deliver food to that Fantasy Island sex shop down on State Road. And you'd walk in, and there's all these dildos and crazy sex toys, and there's this old guy sitting right in the middle of them waiting for a sandwich. I had to bring him a sandwich. It was the funniest thing. I mean, just awful. These X-rated DVD covers. It was brutal. Fantasy Island on State Road. I think that my boss would tell me, it is the Fantasy Island. Oh fuck! They called. The guy called again.
Was he a good tipper?
He was okay, but it was just brutal walking in there. I felt like the trash guy stuff was getting all over me. I didn't want to be in there. I wanted to detox myself at the going in there. And I actually used to deliver to the sanitation yard where the trash guys work. I used to deliver food to those guys over there too. So I got it both ways.
Were they good tippers?
They were all right. The best tippers were the police. I used to deliver, the police down on State Road where the old police academy was.
No shit.
But there's still stuff there. SWAT's still there, and there's still the gun range.
The bomb
still there.
squad's still there?
They might be. Highway patrol is there. The gun range, SWAT. Right. They might still be.
You know, there's a private gun range back there along with their gun range.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
no.
It's like a private club. Yeah.
They were the best tippers, the cops. Cool. Absolutely. I mean, it's right across the street. They'd be tipping you $10, $15 every time. And it's literally, you're just driving across the street. Yeah, they were great. They were the best tippers.
No dildos on the walls.
No dildos on the walls. No dildos on the walls. Nothing. I didn't even get it. And no donuts either. No, the whole stereotype. No donuts. No donuts whatsoever.
Nurses, the worst tippers. Back in the day when I was delivering food for a place.
Okay, I delivered to a couple.
Hospitals were brutal, and you wouldn't think that.
No, you would not think that. Yeah.
You would have a big order. You'd go to the nurse's station, and the first nurse would come out and go, "I have the cheese hoagie. How much is that?" And you go, "Hon, I can't break this down."
The people who want to break it up, I'd have to tell them you had to order it individually. If you order like a group, I can't break it up. There's one
you have to give me the total.
Yeah, you had to give me the total.
Finally, they would start getting their stuff together.
That was brutal.
And then the last one would go, and this is way back when the delivery charge was something like 50 cents. And she goes, "Do you get that?" And I go, "Yes, I do. I get the whole 50 cents." And she goes, "Then you're taken care of."
Oh my God.
I'm going,
I had some nurses. I didn't have that problem. I went with the nurses, with some of the nurses I dealt with. I didn't have that problem. But
I do remember. I was surprised at what partiers they were. I remember going to a party.
Oh, I know that.
Somebody said it was a bunch of nurses, and I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be boring." Geez, I couldn't believe the shit they were doing.
Yeah.
They were smashed.
I used to go to a bar in Northeast Philly, and it wasn't far from Nazareth Hospital. And the nurses would come in there after their shift, and like you said, they were knocking them down. Oh yeah,
I'm sure they saw some shit.
I'm sure.
I blame them. I just was surprised. Yeah.
Hey, they would have been drinkers.
Somebody call. Do you guys listen to Preston and Steve ever? Or?
Every once in a while, if I'm flipping around in the car, I'll hit them.
A nurse called in one day talking about they were a bunch of nurses that rented a house at a shore point, and they partied so hard that during the daytime they would sit on the back deck and give themselves IVs.
Wow. Well, I've heard about
and sit there and drink a Bloody Mary and have an IV going. I'm going, that's a partier.
I've heard about people getting IVs. I never would have thought of that back in the day. I mean, can't you go? I think you can go and pay for an IV at certain places to get an IV if you're drinking. I think.
I don't know.
I heard somebody talking about that. I'm not positive of the whole thing, but something like that. You can get an IV. So, as we're comedians, and I know you guys haven't. Well, Mike hasn't done a little bit in a while, but there's a thing going on in Philadelphia. Now, Andy, I don't know if you heard about this. Saw it on Facebook. There's a naked show where the comedians perform naked. Have you seen that advertised on Facebook? No. And they do it apparently downtown. It's either an S&M club or a gay club. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a gay show, and the comedian has to perform stark naked. The audience is dressed.
Do you have to be gay to be on the show?
I don't think so, because I know there's some women, and I've seen some men advertised. But I mean, I can't imagine. Would you perform naked? Would you?
Do you have the number?
I would definitely get some laughs.
There's some widows down there, Mike. You might be able to bang some widows if you get down there. What I hear.
Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon.
Would you perform in a naked show? I don't know if I. No fucking. And they probably aren't paying much.
Wait a minute. How much? Let's talk money.
Wait a minute.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe I'm being hasty here.
If the money was, but I guarantee the money probably sucks.
It would have to be in the millions.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine that naked show? I can't imagine getting up and doing that. The naked show. I mean, I'm embarrassed enough to do my
remember some years ago, there was I think they were from Australia, guys with dicks.
The puppetry of the penis. Puppetry of the penis. Yeah, those guys were brutal. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they did that. I have no idea. Like they said, they would make the penis look like other objects. I have days where I can't get mine to look like a penis. I don't know. I'd have to tell my agent, don't even send a headshot. That they ain't looking for me.
It was pretty popular.
Oh, it was really? Mary Frances Connolly opened for them.
No shit.
Yeah, she opened for them.
How's she doing?
I have no idea. I haven't even heard her name in a long time.
Are you on Facebook or?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is she on Facebook?
Yeah.
Is she on there?
Do you talk to her? Or?
No, not really, not directly, but she's commented occasionally.
Yeah, I don't know if I might not be
Seen her
friends
post
with her.
every
Is
I'm
she
not
still
sure.
working or?
I don't think so.
I haven't heard her name or anything in a long time, Mike. I don't know what she's up to. No idea what she's up to. But yeah, the Naked Show. I mean, I can't imagine. There's one dude I know. I think I saw his name on there, and I'm hoping to run into him. I ask him what it was like to do a Naked Show. And if they pay, because I'll bet you hardly get paid anything either.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It
fuck
sounds
that.
gimmicky to get people in. I mean.
Yeah, and they were advertising like 2 shows, like a 7 o'clock show and a 9 o'clock show. 9 o'clock show.
Really? I don't know. Get a job as a fluffer for that or something.
I was just thinking that.
I'm telling you, you don't know there aren't any widows down there. You have no idea there aren't going to be any widows.
You turn the heat up in here. It's a little cold.
Well, talking about shows, let me ask you this. If you had to do a show, where would you rather do a show? The Ukraine or the Gaza Strip? Seriously, if you were going to go book to one of them, where would you rather?
That's a no-brainer.
Wait,
Ukraine.
Ukraine? Yeah, I'm thinking Ukraine too.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
apparently, I did this story a couple of weeks ago. There's actually a strip club that's still operating in the Ukraine. Despite all the bombing and everything, there's one strip club still operating. And I said, oh, that's girls dedicated to their fucking craft. And with all that bombing going on in Ukraine, and you're still stripping,
Really.
and those girls are those are the best. Those girls, they're still
I don't
stripping.
want to be the food delivery
This
guy
isn't
to that
on.
place.
This isn't on the. Only you guys can see it, but this
Oh,
is
that-
the last show.
That's it. The Velvet Whip. The Velvet Whip.
These are the people
Yeah.
performing.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I don't know if I know any of this, but is that sick? You get up
that's the
and
latest
naked.
show on their website.
Yeah, that's March 1st. But I know they've had shows since then because I've seen shows advertised since then.
Maybe they just don't update
The
their website.
Velvet Whip. That's got to be an S&M club, right? The Velvet Whip. When you think
Sounds like one.
Probably.
Oh, I thought you were saying wick.
Whip.
It's whip.
the
Whip.
Velvet Whip.
Yeah.
I guess this is the guy that's like doing it because like
August
That's
2nd.
the
That
second
might have
time
been.
I've
Yeah.
seen
See,
him.
then they go back up. They just said about the 2 shows. It was. Is that your phone, Mike?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
See, the first show 7 o'clock, second show 9 o'clock. See,
Oh
there's
my God.
it's exhibitionist open micers they're promoting it as.
exhibition, open micers, so they're getting you.
Yeah,
Another
exactly.
way of getting people to perform for free.
All right.
I don't know how Pickle Man didn't think of this.
Oh my
Over the
God.
years.
Oh, I know.
He was a master of getting you to work for
Horrible
free. So
comedy.
he should have figured that out. The Velvet Whip. That's got to be an S&M club, right?
Oh,
You would have to. You would think.
I was a comedian. Her tits were great. That means a lot.
I don't
Holy-
remember one joke.
Yeah.
You know, Zelensky was a comedian.
He was a comedian. Yes,
Yeah.
he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, yeah. He had a TV show.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
as a
he was a comedian. But
sitcom, yeah.
yeah, I think the Ukraine would be if you had to perform in either Gaza or I would think you'd go for the Ukraine. Wouldn't be too many laughs in the Gaza Strip, I don't think.
I don't think there's
A lot of
much-
material
yeah,
gets
There's
you
not much left there. I mean,
you get
Yeah.
yourself thrown off a roof with the raw
Oh, yeah.
material. You get
They've all
stoned. You
bombed a lot of
you
places.
get stoned to death in the Gaza. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think I would go with the Ukraine. Yeah, they'd be a better
Benjamin,
place.
how do you say his name? Benjamin
Netanyahu. Yeah.
yeah.
What about?
Went to Cheltenham High School.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And,
know.
and he was in the and his
Very
brother
interesting guy.
his brother was the only Israeli soldier killed in the raid on Entebbe.
No shit.
Yeah. His brother was the
Really?
only soldier killed in the raid on
Hey, is
Entebbe.
Steve Miller still living in Israel?
He didn't move to Israel.
I swear to God.
He did.
Somebody told me he did. Yeah.
Did you know that?
Huh,
You
no.
remember Steve Owen?
Yeah.
He moved to Israel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. And even they think he's too
I
much.
think the Z-Man told me that. I think.
Even they think he's a whiner.
I think he joined the army.
No.
Really?
Not
Oh my
kidding around.
gosh,
Somebody
that's
told me.
crazy.
I
With
think
a wife and 2
I think
kids?
what Steve Zerbalos told me. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, they got he was married to a Catholic girl.
He was married to
Yeah.
the pretty blonde.
Yeah, and they got divorced.
They got divorced.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he moved to Israel.
Wow. You don't think her parents were telling you "I told you so" too often, are you? You don't think they bring that up too often? Probably not. That wouldn't be like Catholic parents to do that. All right,
So
so
if he gets killed, is his wife technically a widow?
and there you go.
There you go.
She's an ex, but still, she could technically be a widow if you want to get over there real quick. You know, get the address and MapQuest it out tonight. Am I showing my age there? MapQuest, for Christ's sakes. Did anybody make the mistake I did last night of watching the Emmys? Did anybody watch the Emmys?
I watched the first 20 minutes of it.
I thought I was in a foreign country. I didn't know one show. I didn't know one actor. I
didn't know any of the shows.
I thought I was watching French TV. I'm telling you, I didn't. Talking about these shows that are nominated. What the hell is this? I didn't know one show.
It's almost all cable or
streaming. It's all streaming. Yeah.
And regular.
And I'm proud to say I don't have one streaming service. That's how cheap I am. Not only will I not pay for parking, I won't pay for the streaming service.
I watched to see Nate Burgent's.
That's why I watched, because Nate Burgent.
Because I like him a lot.
And he was okay. But he didn't really do.
Scene.
Yeah, but he didn't really do a monologue. He did a little sketch, which was fine. It was okay. But I was hoping he would do a monologue. Yeah. It was okay. Yeah. But I just was amazed. Harrison Ford was there. He was the only famous person there. Right. Who are these people? That's amazing. The television is like that now.
I saw a bunch of the shows.
Do you notice? Do you have?
I mean, not all of them, but
do you have I guess you pay for the streaming services. Yeah. See,
White Lotus.
I saw that.
No, if that's what you want to do,
I saw Severance.
It's supposed to be good. Is that the one that Ben Stiller directs? Severance? Yeah. Do you have any streaming services? You have cable though, still?
Oh,
right?
I have cable.
Cable is awful, right? There's nothing on.
Cable sucks.
There's nothing to watch.
Yeah.
Why the hell? I don't get it. I really don't. I got my smartphone and I pay for the high speed on my computer. And that's like a combined 100, 110 a month with the phone. That's enough. I'm good. I don't have to spend any more money. I got my high speed and I got my phone. I got plenty of content. I want to watch something. I can watch YouTube. I can listen to a million podcasts. I'm good. I don't need this. I'm not spending.
I'll tell you this. We were talking about it earlier about what our parents would think of.
Oh my God. My father,
you can't watch a show now where there isn't blatant sex scenes and
sexy, but just paying for it. My father hated free TV. He hated the television, and he was free. He hated it. How much each one of those streaming services is like $15, isn't it? Like
anywhere,
Netflix, Hulu,
$7.99 to $14.
So if you have like 5 or 6 of them, what in the way? I'm too old. I'm too old.
When we got UHF, right? We had 3, 6, and 10. And I think channel 12.
Right.
Channel 12. Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe.
But we didn't have UHF. When we got UHF, it was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Right.
Well, I think
3 more channels.
I don't know what year Channel 12 started. That might not have been around here. That might have came a little later too, right?
Maybe
Channel 12.
I thought I don't know.
PBS nationally didn't start till 69. Maybe Channel 12 had local stuff before that. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, my father hated the television. If he had to pay, I don't get it. I don't. To me, you're paying and there's nothing on. There's nothing to watch. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. I'll never have cable again. I don't think I'll ever have them streaming services.
Well, I like the show Hooters a lot.
Well, the thing that
I look at that show and I go, my place ain't looking so bad. Huh?
The thing Gaethje said last night, there's no history on the History Channel. There's no learning on the Learning Channel. That was pretty. That was pretty fun. That was a great line. But I mean, I if I want to watch something, I'll watch either YouTube or Tubi. Tubi's the free streaming service you get on the internet. I'm good.
Do you think he wrote that beginning sketch himself or what?
Maybe with some, because he was with 3 of the Saturday Night Live guys. So he might have got together with some of those guys and the writers, because he's hosted Saturday Night Live a couple of times. So he probably got together with some of those guys. The one he did on
Saturday Night Live, Washington. And
I think that was supposed to be, they were playing off of that. They were playing off that. That was a funny sketch. That was hilarious. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They were playing off of that, I think. Yeah. That was really funny. He was good a couple of times he hosted Saturday Night Live. He was actually pretty good. Yeah, he's a funny guy. There's no question. He's real clean too. He's super clean. I mean, he's real clean. You ever see the videos of him before he lost the weight and grew the beard?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When he's heavy with the fat face, it's amazing. It's the same guy. You can't even believe it's the same guy. But then you hear his voice and you go, "Yeah, it is him." Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have no idea why people. You could watch the Stupid McGonigal Podcast on YouTube. What are you wasting your money for? This is the thing right here. The McGonigal Podcast.
So the week before the Emmys was I think they still call them the Video Awards, MTV.
Oh, yeah, but it was on CBS this year, right?
Yeah, I watched that. I didn't know any of those.
Yeah, I was here that night, so I didn't see it because I didn't even know it was on until I get home. And I was on Twitter and I heard people comment, and I was like, what? The MTV videos are what?
I just saw on YouTube that they covered Ozzy.
They did.
And the guy's name looked like a rap name. I'm like, oh, Christ. who's this guy? They're gonna ruin it. They always got to do. And it was some rock guy who I had no idea who he was.
But then Steven Tyler wasn't Steven Tyler involved too?
He was involved, but he wasn't the main.
Yeah, it was another guy.
Yeah.
I thought
like Mick Jagger,
but I didn't even realize it. And it was on free TV. I think that was the first time they ever put the MTV
music's
Awards
not on MTV anymore, just like the Learning Channel and the other one.
And I heard Sabrina Carpenter was dancing around naked. I was sorry I missed that. But you a Sabrina Carpenter fan, Mike?
I don't.
Oh, she's just watch some of her videos with the sound down because the music sucks. But she, you would enjoy
the naked comedy where her tits were great.
You would enjoy her.
What's her name again?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter.
She's like the big thing now. She's catching up to Taylor. She used to open for Taylor Swift. Now she's become a big thing on her own. Yeah. And all the young people love her music. It's goofy music, but man, is she cute? Jesus Christ! And she's only like my height. She's barely 5 feet. And she's
perfect.
I mean, she wears these little outfits. There she is. There's Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
She's a piece of work, a piece of something.
Dare you compare yourself to that?
I just said she's like my height.
Picture and then yours.
Well, listen, you can. Jim's doing the best he can over there. Hey, did you guys see the video? There was a UFO, and we supposedly sent a missile up to hit the thing. And it didn't even make a dent on it. Did you see that video, Jim?
No.
Supposedly, our government's not confirming it, but it was a bunch of people had it on the internet, and supposedly we sent one of our missiles, and it hit the thing, and didn't even.
And that's what they're calling it, an unidentified. It's not like a meteor or.
Now they're calling it saying it, but they got another initial to it. Is it UFE or something?
Why would we want to shoot it? Like.
But we did. It didn't even it didn't phase it. Like it hit it and nothing. The thing just kept right on going.
So now they're pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So now people are saying, "What the things are this powerful? We got no chance. Right. I mean, we got no chance if it's true."
Like going up and punching Mike Tyson in the face. Exactly. And I'm just like, all right, now I'm really pissed.
But the video scares you. You think, man, that's one of our missiles, and it does nothing to this
amazing.
Thing. Yeah, wow. Yeah. I mean, did you see that video, Jim?
I'm looking for it now.
It was brutal. I mean, it was
trying to find just the missile. That's everyone reacting to it. I haven't seen it. I'll try.
But it was being passed around all the websites and everything. But it was it was brutal. Speaking of a video thing, have you seen this new thing the cops are using called the grappler? Is this it? This might be it.
It's not going out on the stream, but you guys can see it.
And I'm trying. There's our missile, and nothing. I'm just gonna keep right on going.
It didn't keep going. Wow,
looks like an Atari game.
Yeah,
it really does.
But it didn't phase the thing.
Wow.
And everybody's saying if this is a real UFO coming from another planet, we're screwed. But have you seen the grappler? The police.
Yeah.
They shoot it and it latches onto the axle of the car in front of the car chase. And it's amazing they have a technique, the grappler. They can shoot. And the way to end the car chase. How much would you love to have that, Mike?
We won't be seeing that in the city. the cost of something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe we'll have one.
Yeah, but it's I guess we get some car chases, but it was an amazing. Did you see that, Mike? The grappler? The cop, it's like something Batman would have.
Oh yeah, I did see
it. It's like something Batman would have. They shoot it and it grabs onto the car and yanks the car in front. It's amazing. It really is something from like.
What's it attached? It's attached to the cop car.
Itself? Yeah, at the front of the cop car.
From underneath the cop car or something.
Like something shooting out of the Batmobile, and it grabs onto the tire or the undercarriage of the car and pulls it to a stop, and the car goes careening off the road.
Wow.
Yeah, what's that?
I think I have it.
See,
again, not going on the stream, so they'll have to see it on the Spotify version.
Is this it? Yeah, the cop, see if it shoots out. Or that way out here.
37 seconds, so it should be coming up.
Who are they chasing? A guy in a white van? Did you see it shooting out? And it hooks onto the car.
Jesus. Oh man.
Like, that's amazing. They would have that's
the one I seen. The whole back bumper came off.
Right, I saw that too. Where they almost jagged the whole undercarriage of the car
cool.
off. That's like something James Bond would have.
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous. That's amazing. How long? But how long before people start having them? Like they start making their own. You know, somebody's car shops down in North Philly or something start making their own grapplers. Guys driving around and grabbing somebody. I'm telling you, it can't be too long. If that
this is the one I've seen here.
If that technology's out there, people are going to start abusing it.
Hey, it's like when the Super Soaker came out.
Here it goes. Watch this.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That was the whole axle, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. You know what? I'm all right with that.
I'm telling you.
These guys that take off and say, "Oh, they can't pull me over."
Right.
But
the police chases in LA are no longer going to be fun. You know, they're going to be over so quickly.
But how long? I'm telling you, before people start having these, you know, and in some of these shops, and then, because the technology exists, people are going to have it. Yeah. And somebody in one of these black market auto shops that are around in the inner cities, they'll start putting them on regular cars, and guys will be going around gang members will be going around getting them on other gang, the Bloods and the Crips.
Just picture OJ like, what the fuck was that?
Hey, that's a good topic.
Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah.
With there's three guys here who can discuss the Bloods and the Crips right here. We know all about the Bloods and the Crips. This gang here, we know all about it. Everything about the Bloods and the Crips. So it's that time of year. You guys into the pumpkin spice? Mike, you into the
No.
I knew where that was going.
No.
Pumpkin. I don't get that at all. That pumpkin spice. Pumpkin this and pumpkin that. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Pumpkin beer, pumpkin cookies, pumpkin. I do
like Oktoberfest beer. It's one of my favorite beers, and that comes out only.
But that's not a pumpkin.
Not pumpkin. No.
But there is no such thing as pumpkin spice, right? It's just cinnamon, right? I mean, they call it pumpkin spice, but isn't it?
It's a pumpkin spice.
It actually is pumpkin.
Flavor.
It's not cinnamon. I thought it was just cinnamon, and they were calling it pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin
flavored, that would be called cinnamon.
Yeah, but I thought that was the whole flim flam of it. I actually thought it was a flim flam.
No, it actually comes in a tin or something. I remember my mom having it, making pumpkin pies. It was
okay,
but it's everything now. It's
everything. Pumpkin beer, pumpkin cookies,
pumpkin douches,
pumpkin dildos.
They put pumpkin. You know that gel they put on your ass for the colonoscopy? That's pumpkin spice.
Minty.
But I don't get these. Like I was in Dunkin' Donuts tonight. They're selling pumpkin donuts. Yeah. I don't get, and I would never get coffee with pumpkin.
Did you get a coffee tonight?
I had to. I was dead tired from working all day. I had to get a coffee on the way over. You know me. I'm addicted to coffee anyway. I'm a coffee addict. So, but I don't understand this pumpkin spice. I really don't. I need this pumpkin stuff. Would you drink pumpkin beer?
How long does it last? Like how long this is?
Oh, they started.
After Christmas still stop?
I think they started in the end of August now, because it used to be the fall, and it probably goes up. It might go to January. I bet it does. Or close to it.
Goes up till Christmas.
It used to. First, originally it was the fall, but now I know it was in August this year for sure. They were advertising it, and it probably goes in the January. I'll bet you. I mean, I don't know. Did I ever have? I thought I might have had a pumpkin donut. Maybe I did. I don't know, but That might be the only thing I would have is a pumpkin donut. I wouldn't have pumpkin beer or pumpkin.
I no to it, but I wouldn't.
Pumpkin pie, I like.
I like pumpkin pie, but Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. Yeah, I kind of like that. But having all this pumpkin stuff, I don't get it. I don't get pumpkin condoms that the old guys aren't using. The retirement villages.
They just threw a pumpkin dildo on the WNBA court.
That'll be good. That'll be coming on the court. A pumpkin dildo will be throwing down. Good Lord. That'll be close. But and I read where they're closing 90 Starbucks around the country.
Good.
And I was thinking that's a victory for the good guys. If they're closing Starbucks, that's a victory for the good guys, I think. I mean, you get Starbucks. Yeah. You get Starbucks. Do you get that?
I was in a Starbucks one time. I was so fucking intimidated by that blackboard of shit. I went in and I go, I just want like a regular coffee.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get a regular. Is it possible?
I started getting a lot of questions.
They call it something else, Americana or something.
And then I just go, you know what? I'm heading to Wawa.
I had the same thing. I was in there and like you say, intimidated. I didn't know how to get a regular coffee. Yeah. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't know they actually do have regular coffee.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. But do they? Is it one of those places like Dunkin' Donuts? They they'll put the cream and sugar in for you. You have to do it yourself at Starbucks, right?
I think you do.
Yeah, there's
there
places like that where actually Dunkin' Donuts might be the last place where they actually make it for you. Like Wawa, you got to put your own in.
McDonald's does.
They actually put the cream in.
They actually do,
Okay. That's good.
I think Starbucks asked you if you need to leave room for the.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you could get regular coffee, and I never get any of that other stuff, that lattes and espressos and mochas.
Some of that shit is like 2,000 calories.
I don't even
know the shit they put in there.
I don't even know what it is. What the hell is? I don't even know what that stuff is.
Sweet milk with some.
It's like you're getting the milk. You're getting a milkshake.
Yeah.
Just give me a coffee. I'm old. I'm craggy. I want a coffee. I don't want all that nonsense. I honestly don't get it.
McDonald's coffee's the way to go. It's like $1 or something. It's so
I've
cheap.
never had it. It's probably
okay. And it's good coffee. It's good.
You go there a lot?
I would say maybe once a week.
Is there a McDonald's near you?
Rising.
Okay.
No, it's 70 miles away.
Yeah,
70 miles to McDonald's.
I go to the one in Wyoming.
Really?
I'm picturing your neighborhood. I can't picture a McDonald's.
Oxford Avenue.
Going north.
Up. Yeah,
going north. Oh, okay. Is there McDonald's up that way?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew you had the Wendy's.
Literally about 3 minutes from my house.
Well, you got the Wendy's and the KFC right near you,
I do.
right on Coppin Avenue.
Right,
they're all right on.
Large.
They're right on Coppin. Right? Dunkin' Donuts, KFC, and Wendy's, like right in the row. Yeah. I knew you had that. But so you go past the Dunkin' Donuts to go to McDonald's.
Yes, I do.
Wow. All right. Well, okay. America runs on Dunkin', for Christ's sakes. Mike says, fuck it, he's going to McDonald's.
I don't care about the extra gas.
How much does McDonald's and Burger King and all, they must hate this Ozempic, right? They got to hate Ozempic because Ozempic is making all these people skinny and killing appetites. McDonald's got to be furious. They got to find a way to shoot somebody over there.
They're doing all right. That place I go, man, is packed all the time.
Yeah.
Really? You get breakfast too or just a coffee?
Sometimes I get a breakfast.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the Starbucks that are closing? Is it just, I guess, lack of business?
I think I guess that they probably what I think they did. They probably oversaturated and they had too many. That's what
right across the street from.
There's
ridiculous.
Well, Dunkin' Donuts is that way too, though. There's a lot of Dunkin' Donuts. You drive down the street and there's a couple Dunkin' Donuts. But I think they probably It had and it's expensive too, right? Starbucks is pretty expensive.
Oh yeah.
So I guess at some point they had it had to come down. They couldn't sustain itself, I guess. But I just thought it was a victory for the good guys getting rid of Starbucks because I don't get it. I don't get Starbucks at all. Like you said, that McDonald's is cheaper, Dunkin' Donuts is cheaper than Starbucks. Why would you go there?
Right.
I don't get that. Why you would go there? Another thing I want to cranky about you get all these bike lanes they're putting on the highways and the roads. These bike lanes, are they a pain in the ass? Is there a bigger pain in the ass? These bikes. I mean, I don't think they should have. I think if you're going to ride your bike, it should be out in a rural area somewhere. I mean, you see people on these like Coppin Avenue or even downtown, like Broad Street, Walnut Street. That's not a place for bikes.
No, but still, people need to be able to get around and
I guess, but I mean, especially in like real heavy traffic, afternoon rush, morning rush, and the guys that want to bike on the bikes. I can see if it was out in the rural
area.
The
Chinese delivery guys, what are you going to fuck them? You know?
Really? How are they going to get to the dildo shop with the sandwiches?
That's true. And I know you were a big advocate of the Chinese, Mike. I forgot your Chinese rights.
My son lives in Boston, and there's bike lanes all over the place. He sold his car. He lives in Boston, and they have these rent-a-bike programs, and it's like $5 a month, and they're like on a bunch of corners, and you can go on. You get a bike, you go to where you're going, and you leave the bike there, and then you get one home. So it's a great concept for him. But it can be a pain in the ass.
And the reason? The mayor's Chinese.
Boston, right? Michelle Wu.
Right?
Yeah, swear to God.
Okay.
But I just think it's dangerous for cars and bikes all together like that. I just think it's dangerous. I don't.
Almost every week you hear about.
Yeah, I just
definitely
think in these inner cities, that's not the place to ride your bike. You're taking your life in your hands. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would do that. It's one thing to what the hell did I want to get out of here on? Let's see. But you see, Michael Irvin, the football player, he admitted that when he was playing, he had $1 million bonus check. And when he would be with a woman, he would leave the bonus check on the bureau. So she would see the $1 million check and be more likely to sleep with him because she would see the $1 million check.
That's right.
I thought, you know what? That fucking guy's awesome. Damn, I would do the same thing. You wouldn't try to pull that?
No, I go with the Axe body spray.
Not even a high karate? Not even a high karate?
$75 check from Helium is not going to
Yeah.
anybody.
That $60 in a jar of hot radish from Pickle Man isn't going to impress anybody.
The $25 check from Dolly Garber.
Dolly Garber.
Wouldn't do it
Back
for
in
you.
the day.
And a couple of pills that Steve gave me on the side. But I mean, I would do that. That must be an awesome way to get women to sleep. $1 million?
$1 million.
I said
Holy
I would do that. I thought you meant you would bang him for. If I saw that check.
No. I mean, well, maybe a few beers, but no. I mean, I would absolutely be leaving that out or taking it out, making sure they know about it. I'd find some way for a girl to know about that $1 million. That would be an awesome way to get like you guys are doing that all the time. You know,
anybody can fake a check. It's not hard to fake a check.
Yeah, but you know how stupid women are. They you can get them easy. They go for it. What the hell? But
Why stop at $1 million? Make it $1 trillion.
And I could fake Trump's signature on something if you want, because it's kind of easy to do.
I think Trump probably did that a few times. We didn't. I think Trump probably did. We did. Well, we old guys, we got together and we didn't even talk about the prostate exams or colonoscopies. That's thank God. Nothing like a good prostate exam. Nothing like it. How's your PS? What is it? What is the PSA number? Mine are real low. They told me I don't.
Good, but I still got.
For the physical exam?
I get a colonoscopy.
I've had one.
I've had two. What kills me is you go in and you walk in and the receptionist asks for your name and date of birth, and then the nurse comes out and asks for your name and date of birth, and the doctor comes and asks for your name. I'm like, is there somebody out there stealing colonoscopies? Like, I can just get the name and date of birth. I could trick this doctor into sticking a camera up my ass.
But I'm due for one next year because I had one in 2016. They said I was good for another 10 years. So I'm due for one next year. And the prostate exam, I went for the physical exam, and then he told me, well, your PSAs are so low, you don't have to, as long as it stays low, you don't have to come back for the physical exam every month, which was a little bit of a letdown, because it was kind of fun. But listen,
you have anal warts. What team do you root for? You're an Eagles fan?
Yeah. It was kind of a letdown, but your PSA low, Mike? Did they tell you if it was low, the PSA?
No, I'm in good shape.
Yeah, but somehow, we had to get in. We had to work that in.
That's what you wanted to close on?
I didn't know what else. I thought that was appropriate on John Cancel's 60th birthday to talk about closing on prostate and colonoscopy exams. But so listen, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I thought it was a fun. Okay, maybe it wasn't as good as some of the stuff you get on the streaming services, but still. Mike, they did not get charged $60 a park. I did not charge anybody to park. We came out. Mike had bottles of water. Jim had bottles of water. This was nice. Listen, we have an upcoming show. You got any upcoming shows?
Got a show Friday night at the Royal in Glenside.
This Friday.
Friday, the 19th.
September 19th. Andy at the Royal.
Glenside.
Me and Mike are doing a show together October 25th at Curran's in.
No, it's the 25th. I thought it was the 18th. Come on, man.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm probably wrong.
Damn it. October 25th at Curran's.
All right. Day before my birthday.
All right.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, my God. That'll be a
It's
celebration.
your 70th.
It'll be at that.
All right, take it easy.
Wow.
I don't want
Me and
that
Mike
going
I said it's your 70th. Yeah.
Curran's in Tacony with Joe Conkin. And also, while I'm on the subject, November 8th, I'll be at the Sellersville Theater with Joe Conklin.
Nice.
And I got a few other dates you can check out on Facebook. I put everything up on there because, who could resist my social media? Handsome guy like me, you get to see my pictures. Come on, who could resist that? But
fully dressed.
Fully dressed. There you go.
Don't do any rape jokes at the Sellersville Theater.
Yeah, you might get in trouble. I was there once before. I didn't get any trouble, Mike. So I must have did all right. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. Mike, I want to thank you for coming. Andy, hopefully you guys will come back again. The great Jim Corhan. Please like this, share it, subscribe, spread the stupidity. Spread the stupidity of this podcast all around. The McGonigal Podcast, the dumbest podcast. Everybody, thanks. See you in the next dumb episode, folks. Thanks a lot.
It's America's Stupidest Podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast.